There is a kind of pain many older parents carry that is hard to explain. It is not always loud. It is not always caused by a fight, a harsh word, or one clear moment when everything changes. Sometimes nothing obvious happens at all. And maybe that is exactly why it hurts so much. One day, you simply begin to notice that something feels different. The calls are shorter than they used to be. The visits happen less often. Conversations feel more polite, more rushed, more surface level. No one has disappeared. No one has slammed the door. Your children are still there. And yet, the closeness that once felt natural now feels fragile, distant, and strangely hard to reach. For many parents later in life, this becomes one of the deepest emotional wounds of all. Because the hardest part is not always being alone. The hardest part is feeling that life is slowly moving forward without needing you the way it once did. That is a very quiet kind of grief. And because it is quiet, many people never say it out loud. They say, "My children are busy." They say, "They have their own lives." They say, "I understand." And often they do understand. They understand work pressure. They understand marriage, parenting, stress, and exhaustion. They understand that adulthood becomes complicated. But understanding something does not always make it hurt less. That is the part many older parents carry in silence. They do not necessarily need constant attention. They are not asking to be the center of anyone's life again. What they miss is something much simpler and much deeper than that. They miss feeling remembered. They miss being thought of without always having to reach out first. They miss feeling that their presence still has a natural place in the emotional life of the family they spent years building. And when that begins to fade, even slowly, it touches something very deep inside. Because beneath the loneliness, there is often another fear. The fear of no longer being important. The fear of no longer being needed. The fear of becoming someone who is loved in theory, but rarely included in real life. For many older adults, that fear cuts deeper than they ever expected, especially after retirement, especially after losing a spouse, especially after the house becomes too quiet. When people are younger, they often know exactly who they are to others. They are raising children, solving problems, carrying responsibilities, holding family life together. Their days are full of purpose, even when life is difficult. But later in life, many of those roles begin to change. Some disappear entirely. And when at the same time children also seem more emotionally distant, the loss can feel far greater than it looks from the outside. It is no longer just about fewer phone calls. It becomes a deeper question. Who am I now in the lives of the people I love most? That question can sit heavily in the heart. And perhaps what makes it even harder is that this kind of distance rarely comes with an explanation. It usually does not happen all at once. It happens gradually. A call gets missed. A message gets answered later than usual. A visit gets postponed. A holiday feels a little less warm. A weekend passes without hearing from anyone. Then, after enough small moments, you realize you are not imagining it. Something has changed. And because there was no clear conversation, no clear conflict, and no clear reason, many parents are left alone with their own thoughts. That's when self-blame often begins. Maybe I was too controlling. Maybe I made mistakes I never understood. Maybe this distance is my fault. These thoughts are more common than many people realize. When closeness fades without explanation, the mind often fills the silence with self-accusation. And yes, some families do carry old wounds. Some adult children pull away because of pain that was never fully addressed. That's real. But it is not always the whole story. Sometimes adult children pull away for reasons that have little to do with a lack of love. Sometimes they are overwhelmed. Sometimes they are emotionally tired. Sometimes they are trying to hold together work, marriage, children, bills, and responsibilities that leave them feeling constantly behind. Sometimes they carry guilt for not showing up more, and instead of facing that guilt, they avoid contact even more. Sometimes they simply don't know how to express love in a way that feels emotionally present. And sometimes, most painfully of all, they assume their parents are doing better than they really are. They think, Mom is strong. They think, Dad is fine. They think, there will always be more time. And so the distance grows, not always because love is gone, but because attention has drifted. That does not make the pain less real, but it can change the meaning of it. Because not every silence means rejection. Not every change in closeness means a relationship is broken. Sometimes the relationship is still there, but it has become buried under routine, distraction, stress, and years of not saying the honest things that matter most. And maybe that's why this pain feels so confusing. The person is still there, but the warmth does not feel the same. The bond still exists, but it no longer feels easy. You are not grieving a complete loss. You are grieving a partial one, a quiet one, an unclear one. And unclear loss can linger in the heart for a very long time. There is also another truth many older parents rarely say aloud. Sometimes what they miss is not only their children as they are now. Sometimes they miss the relationship as it used to be. They miss when closeness felt effortless. They miss being a natural part of everyday life. They miss feeling their voice mattered immediately, not eventually. And when people live with that feeling long enough, many begin to silence themselves. They stop bringing it up. They stop reaching out as often. They stop saying, I miss you, because they don't want to sound needy. They stop asking for time because they are afraid to sound like a burden. This is one of the saddest parts of the whole experience. The people who long for connection the most often become the most not to ask for it. Not because they don't care, but because they care so much that they don't want to drive the other person farther away. So they stay quiet, and the silence grows heavier. If that is something you have felt, it's important to say this clearly. You are not weak for feeling hurt. You are not selfish for wanting to feel close to your children, and you do not need to apologize for wanting to feel remembered. That longing is not a flaw, it is a reflection of love. And perhaps the gentlest place to begin is with this. Don't turn every silence into proof that you no longer matter. Sometimes silence means stress. Sometimes it means emotional avoidance. Sometimes it means habit. Sometimes it means carelessness with something precious. None of that erases the ache, but it does make room for a softer interpretation than immediate self-rejection. And sometimes, when the moment feels right, it's okay to tell the truth in a simple and dignified way. Not with accusation, not with bitterness, but with honesty. A quiet message, a warm sentence, a simple truth such as, I know life gets busy, I just miss hearing your voice. Words like these don't demand, they invite. And even when they don't change everything overnight, They allow you to remain emotionally honest without giving up your dignity. So if you've been carrying this pain in silence, please know this: you are not alone. Many older parents know exactly what this feels like. The ache of waiting, the ache of wondering, the ache of missing someone who is still here, but not here in the same way. It is one of the quiet sorrows of aging, but it is real. And so are you. Your heart is real. Your longing is real. Your place in this world is still real. And no silence, no slow drifting, and no changing season of family life can take away the truth that you still matter.